Hi guys, Ranger Stu here, and welcome to week 12 of Ranger Stu's virtual zoo. Now this week we are learning all about paws and claws. So we are going to look at some animals' limbs in details, but we are going to go tracking and see what signs we can find of animals in the forest behind me. Let's start. Animals don't only use their limbs for movement, but for many other reasons too. For catching food, for fighting predators and each other, for building nests, communicating, and even using smartphones. That's humans, by the way, and not the local park squirrel. Whether you use them to crawl and run, hop or jump, or swim and steer. Limbs are an integral part of an animal's body, unless you're a snake or a slug. Rather than showing you some up-close pictures of animals' limbs for an entire video, I thought it might be really cool to get everyone out there and learning how to spot signs of animals, including what they leave behind from their limbs, tracks. So let's head out into the woodland and find out more. So whilst walking in the woods, I was looking for signs of animals, see if I could find any footprints from the recent rain, or maybe an area where an animal has dug a burrow and that sort of thing. And I came across a patch of ground in the forest, which is bare, where something's been digging around. And I found that they've maybe digging for seeds or something like that, but actually they've been digging for beetle larvae. So I'm going to get an up-close video for you and kind of show you what I found, and maybe even see if we can hook one of these beetle cocoons out of the ground for you. Whilst looking at the ground here, I noticed a bare patch over there, and I was first attracted to it as there are these little marks on the ground, and I thought that they may be footprints. When I was looking around, I could see that there was lots of other little marks, and in one of them, I found this. It looks like a beetle larvae, but if we dig it out, then you can see that it's a chrysalis, and it's probably from a moth species that buries itself underground to turn from a caterpillar into a moth. So maybe an animal has been digging around trying to eat these, maybe a shrew or something like that. But we'll put it back in a minute and see what else we can see. So whilst being in the woodlands, I found a little beaten track sort of heading through the bushes and that sort of thing. And I thought, okay, well, what's that? Let's follow that and see what we can find. And I've actually come across some footprints, so I'm going to show you those in detail, guys, and hopefully we can work out what animal created them. So I'm hoping you can see this. There's one there, and there's one there. Now this one's more defined. You can, although it's less deep, you can actually see that it's a hoof print. It's a hoof print from a small deer. Maybe a muntjac, something like that. I'll put my hand there and you can kind of see how big it is compared. There you go, can you see it a little bit better? It's just where my thumb is there. Now, every time I get a bit closer, you can't see it very well, but a hoof print is made up of two sort of cloven hoof parts, one here and one there. And they're heading off in sort of that direction, which if I pan up, you should be able to see that it goes straight off on its own little beaten path through the woods. And this means that it's probably a deer goes past this every single day. Let's see what else we can find. So we found another sign of something. I don't know if you can see this here. It's actually so old that a root has grown through it. But that is a broken snail shell. And if you find a lot of broken snail shells around, this snail could have died here a long time ago, but if you find lots of broken snail shells around a rock or a tree stump, then sometimes it means that a thrush uses that to smash the snails open to reach the soft body of the snail. So if you see lots of things like this around a rock, then that's generally what that is an animal like a thrush smashing open the shells to reach the animal inside. How cool is that? One other sign of animals is their poo. And we've got this lovely snot-coloured poo here from some sort of animal. I'm not sure what it is, but you can clearly see it's been enjoying some lovely seeds there. So what can we tell from this poo? Well, we can tell that the animal has been eating seeds and it has pooed them back out again. And sometimes some animals need this, some plants need this to germinate their seeds. They need to go through
the body of an animal until the seed can germinate. Now, I don't think those seeds are going to germinate on this lump of wood that I found, but there you go, another sign of an animal: poop. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about tracking and some of the signs that we can find of animals in our woodlands and everywhere really. Whether you live in a city and you've got a park, or whether you live somewhere rural and you've got woodlands and farmland, there are signs of animals everywhere. Next week is week 13 of Reindeer Stew's Virtual Zoo. 13 weeks, can't believe that. And next week is one very close to my heart, and it's all about zoos, what zoos do. So I will catch you on Monday next week on my blog when we announce the topic. See you then.